Hello everyone, Pete's Model Car Customs here, welcome you back again. I've got a bit of an update on some things I've been doing. Firstly, I'd like to give a congratulations to old Tom, Rambler69, for getting into the top 10 at ACME this year. As my little card says there, I hope everyone had a good time and is safe getting home safely. Also got a shout out for a channel I've been watching recently. He's only been on for a month, but he's doing some pretty good stuff. He's working on an AMC Pacer. He's putting into a load of work into it, converting into a pro stock. That's the scale model Outlaw over the back there. If you're not subbed to his channel, I think you should be. He's subbed to a lot of yours. I don't seem to have been getting much of a feedback from you, but he's doing some bloody good stuff, a lot of elbow grease, and seems quite a good guy. So go on and give some love to the scale model Outlaw. I'm going to tip this down a bit to show you what I have been working on, if this works properly. Down here I am looking at the 34 Ford pickup A-frame winch, in inverted commas, from the Lindberg kit. I really quite like this kit, though I think this jib, I was going to use it in my Mercury pickup for my workshop truck, but it's in no way can I use this. It's not anywhere near the standard I'd work with. It's okay as a kid's toy, but it's certainly not any good as an adult modeler. Although I have nicked the pulley wheel out of it up the top there. That's the only thing I am using from this kit. So, it's just a piece of junk really, made out of 4 parts. It could be detailed, I suppose, but it'd take more work. Well, you know, it's just basic, isn't it? A few ejector marks on it. The rest of the kit's really nice. It's just that they seem to have made that as an afterthought, and used as few parts as possible to make it. Down there on the main nuts and bolts platter, which I use quite a bit. It's great bit of kit, that. Good bargain bolt heads. Hopefully I won't burp during this video. I have just had some dinner at 3:15 in the morning. Ridiculous time, but I seem to be living on Tulsa time. So there we have, also from the 34 down there. I've got a horn, as you can see, it's probably better down there anyway. I've cleared out the end of it with multiple drilling, etc, to clean that out. There was a bit of flash, a rather predominant seam on it, but I've cleared that up. And added a new mounting pin in the bottom, because I've got no idea what I'm using it on, but I'll detail the pin as I'm going. Also shown there is the extinguisher from the Fujimi garage tool set, which equally I wasn't happy with the sort of hose it had attached to it, and there was quite a seam line down the middle of everything, so including the hose. I've changed it to having a cone there, which is my old favourite. It's mainly sprue, and then drawn out a taper by heating the sprue up and stretching it, and then using a piece that came, you know, to the size I wanted, and then drilled out that end, although it's not going to be visible there. It's just a habit you get into detailing stuff. If it's got a hole in a cone or a drilled exhaust pipe, you might as well do it. I mean, at the end of the day, it might be laying on its side somewhere invisible. I don't know yet. Should be stood up, but could have got knocked over. But anyway, like I say, I've changed that a bit. It's all a bit out of focus, isn't it? Probably again because all the lettering behind there, so I might wanted you to get a chance of reading over there the scale model outlaw chap, and my congratulations to Tom, and I really do wish everyone's getting home safely. We've had some atrocious weather over here, and I see some snow in a couple of videos. Winter's starting to get here. Apart from that, the other things I've got there is a winch I'm building for the new A-frame that I'm making, which is made from the spool piece has come from the, let's get that down a bit further, the spool piece has come from a 1/35 Tamiya half track. The main body of it is an old, what are they called, that the sort of fantasy space doodad things, I don't know what they're really called. Oops. And then I've added a few brackets to mount it to the floor. So I'm going to have an electric winch, and you can see the nuts and a few washers under the nuts. The washers are made from punching out a disc, wherever it is, and then, you know, lifting off some nuts from this board. If I move that, to give me the nut detail on the mounting plates. Also here I've got, because it will be hard to show in a minute, an odd pin I've been using, made up pin just as part of the mounting gizmos, and a mounting bracket which is spare. I tend to make more than what I'm going to use, just because they'll come in handy for other things, and if you lose one of the carpet monsters, you'll already have something in progress instead of thinking, oh damn, where's that all months gone. And there again, I've added some Meng nuts to that. Where's my pin gone over there? That clunking over there is the 34 box, which is shielding my Mercury. If I can whiz that round, we'll just move over a bit. So I've got my Mercury pickup there, and added a winch that I've made to it. It's going to fall over as I move this round, but I've used the dimensions from the 34 pickup to give me a general size, but the whole A-frame I've made from scratch. Piece of channeling. Obviously the pulley wheel is up there. No, it'll do that, because it's all just jigged at the moment. I'll bring that back round so as we can bring it in properly to see it. It's working behind this camera again, that's awkward. I can lift that out, because it isn't mounted yet. It's all going to be painted up and that before I mount it. I can just lift it out. It's rather fragile. All those little black lines across the white are welds, and they've sort of yet to be detailed. Hopefully this will focus if I can give it a minute. Sorry, scale model outlaw, I think you're part of the problem too. I hope more people will clock on and see you. Is it the brickwork? Anyway, there's the pulley still mounted, and if you can see at the top there, I've added some saddles to hold my pin, you know, axle pin for the pulley wheel, a couple of saddles that I trimmed off a couple of other parts. What was that from? They were nothing like this at all, they just happened to be a nice curve. So I scavenged, lifted them off something else, whatever it was. It's the brickwork, isn't it? Let's go back a bit. And then added different plates, welds and that to make this up. Let's go that way. Hang on. See if I can bring it in. It lost my fingerprints. Everything's pretty loose at the moment with temporary pins, just so as I can check it all out. So it's mainly a one strip of 2.5mm channel, and might have been 3mm channel, I don't know, and you know, a piece of evergreen strip to build it all up, and then scratch build all my little mounting brackets so as I can mount it into the back of the Mercury. And like I said a minute ago, I'm going to run the cable down through to the back of the truck, wherever it is, to put a winch in the back, but I'm going to make an electric winch rather than the hand. It's jammed under that brickwork. So as it will all sit in the back if the Eagle is about to land, if I don't collide with Moonbase Alpha, and set it all in somewhere about there. I want it so as it will lower down inside the tailgate, which was one of the handy things with the with using the 34 part, because I was able to lay that in and then, you know, work on the sizes before constructing this and give me some dimensional ideas. Pardon me, I knew it'd be a burp from that curry. Hope you've all enjoyed that. But that will nestle in there with the winch part. Is where I knock it all to. I'll put it on the roof. With the winch part sitting down in that corner, or down in the centre at the back there, then run the pulley cable up over there down to a hook. But I want it also collapsible because I'm hoping to leave it so as I can lower it and raise it. But as I don't really play with my models very much, I'll end up setting it into one position for display purposes, and that'll probably be it, probably in the upright. But that was several, I mean, it does take time, I can't deny that. Doing this sort of thing takes time. And I couldn't get over a comment I got saying doing stuff like this was tedious, and another comment I saw on something was a kit had too many parts. Now, to me, most of these car kits lack parts. They really, you know, need a bit of additional work to them. It was okay when I was young and did intend playing with them, but it isn't as an adult, you know, because I make static models. I don't want them rolling off the shelf, so I don't have moving axles. Once these things are made, they're made, they're models. But this was quite a bit of fun. I've done it over the course of several days. I tend to work on several different kits at once to stop the tedium bit. After getting over the initial shock of that phrase, it is one of the reasons why I work on several kits. It's so as they don't become tedious. You'll do a hard task on one model, then put that aside and work on something else that's more relaxing and easy going. But you know, you just get through stages and work it all out, and at the end of the day, hopefully end up with a better quality model. Anyway, like I said, congratulations again to old Tom. Well done, mate. I know you did well last year as well in the competition, and you know, it does make phenomenal models. I'll leave a shout out to Scale Model Outlaw in the link in the description. I'll add Tom's as well, but I mean, everybody knows Tom. If you don't, you're seriously missing out, so I will leave a link to Tom's as well. I think his hot rods are amazing. Anyway, best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.